So, methods test 1. So let's talk about these basic methods that have to do with changing your brainwaves a little bit. So, the way these are done are by changing how you access your sensory information. So there's 5 steps to this, and each one is going to look at how your 5 senses work. So, if you were to start with your eyes, what we want to do is take them and move what we're looking at peripherally. And then hold that for 30 seconds. And then you can practice after that 30 seconds, sort of bringing them back in and then taking them back out and holding that and allowing that to change how you function and how you feel. Step 2, we're going to do something very similar with our ears. We want to take our ears, and rather than have them focus on anything really, we want to broaden it as wide as we can so it reaches behind us and above us and in front of us and below us. So from here I can hear the wind coming from over here, the birds from over there. I can hear my dog running downstairs. I'm just listening as broadly as I can without focusing much at all. And so you want to hold that for a while, 30 seconds to a minute, until you can feel the change in yourself. And then step 3, we're going to do something similar. And these are going to get a little bit more interesting as you go, in that they're a little harder to do. But for step 3, you're actually going to do it with your sense of smell. So you want to take in a breath and see if you can just smell everything in the room. And don't worry too much about what you might smell. Just try to get a chance for it to be as global as possible going on around you. So that's step 3. Step 4, we're going to do something, and it takes a little bit of imagination because obviously you're not going to go around licking anything. But for step 4, you want to imagine that you're tasting sort of everything around you. And don't get too caught up in it. Don't really try to taste your screen or the table or your hand or your whatever might be around you. Just pretend like you want to taste everything around you a little bit. And so obviously we're switching how we're working our sensory apparatus to change how we feel inside. And you'd be surprised, even this 2 minutes and 58 seconds I've been doing this, I feel substantially different even describing it and working with it with you here than I would be if I'd just been sitting here watching a video or something. So this really does something interesting, although you have to play with it for a while because it's a little bit subtle. Now with step 5, we're going to use our last major sense that people talk about, which is sort of this ability to sense and feel things going on around you, touch, right? And with this, you want to sort of use your brain in such a way that you feel like you can touch everything around you without actually trying to touch everything around you. Try to sense or feel, try to use that sense of touch to reach all around you, 360 degrees, up and down, anywhere that you can imagine right around you, and see if you can hold on to that a little bit and see how that changes how you feel. So if I practice it, obviously you can't see it. You can do any of these anywhere and no one would know that you're doing it, which is super cool. So if we do it here for 15 to 20 seconds, let's give it a shot. And certainly you could do this with your eyes closed to amplify the effect with all of these, except for vision. Now, if you're doing these right, you might feel some difference in how you feel, how your body feels, how your mind is working, how your emotions feel. And for our last step, we'll do all 5 of these together. So you want to try to create all those things one at a time, but hold them each so that you do your vision, you kind of experience what's going on around you in terms of your vision. And then with your hearing, and then smell, taste, touch. Hold on to all of them. And see if it makes some kind of change for you in how you feel. And even like in my case, I don't know if you can tell there was a shift in me just watching me there. I can even hear it in my voice. But ultimately, you want to create some kind of change in how you feel, in how you're sensing, how you're doing, and ultimately, how your brain is functioning. You're trying to change the brain waves from something like a beta state to an alpha state. So from something quick to something more like that. And that gives you some access to some different parts of you. So give it a shot. These are the first 5 methods from my Vital Brain book, which is coming out soon. I'm not sure what the name or the title will be for that, but I'll let you know. We'll talk about it in some of the videos and in the comments, and I'll get your advice. So let me know how this works for you, and we'll talk more about it. Follow for more ways to feel better.